It's not just hourly workers anymore. Tonight we're talking about a push to make sure more salaried workers are earning overtime pay.
And increasing clouds and breezy winds tonight, plus a rare blue supermoon. Will we be able to see it? I'll answer that question in your First Alert weather forecast.
And as Idalia makes its way up the East Coast now as a tropical storm, we're getting a look at some of the devastation left behind in Florida.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Today, the Biden administration proposed a new rule that would make millions more Americans eligible for overtime. So right now, for most people, if you get paid by the hour, you are entitled to overtime once you hit 40 hours in a work week. But if you're paid a weekly salary over $684, you typically don't qualify for overtime. And the Biden administration wants to increase that number so that anybody making less than about $1,000 per week, again, in salary, not hourly pay, would get overtime. This is a proposed rule, so it will have to go through months of feedback before it could become permanent. Now, overtime rules have been changing recently. Here in Washington, agriculture workers have only qualified for overtime pay since the beginning of last year. As of this year, farm workers qualify for overtime after working 48 hours in a week, and starting January 1st of next year, that number drops to 40 hours per week. In Oregon, agriculture workers qualify for overtime if they put in more than 55 hours in a week. Power bills are changing this fall for Benton PUD customers, and officials tell us it's intended to meet, quote, aggressive clean energy policies. Starting in November, you should expect to see a new charge on your bill. Benton PUD says the overall cost of electricity is going to go down by about 50 cents per kilowatt hour, but you'll be charged extra based on how much energy you use during peak hours, when a lot of people are getting up in the morning and when a lot of people are spending time at home in the evening.
We'll look back at the highest peak demand during the peak hours and go and then bill you $1 per kilowatt. So if you look back over your billing period and your highest peak demand was 5 kilowatts, you'd have a one-time charge on your next monthly bill of $5.
Benton PUD says they expect most customers' bills to change by less than $5 overall. But if you do want to save yourself some cash, the peak hours will be Monday through Friday from 6 until 9 in the morning, then from 5 until 8 in the evening. Starting in November, any electricity you use outside those hours and on the weekends will be measured at the new lower rate. Now, if you're like me, this is the time of year when you don't really need much in the way of heat or air conditioning. Tonight, we're talking about some breezy winds bringing a change in the weather. Stacey, you're telling us they might block our view of that supermoon tonight.
That's right. A lot of people want to know about the supermoon, and can we see it? Well, let's take a look at Futurecast. Now, we are tracking some showers. Moonrise will be tonight around 8 o'clock. Again, mostly clear around the area. But as the night progresses, you start to see those clouds move in. Yakima, Sunnyside will have an obscured view after midnight. So you have a little window of time. And then we'll see those big cloud cover move in as those showers develop around 3 a.m. They'll move into the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities by 6 in the morning. Could be a wet one, so grab that umbrella tomorrow morning and prepare for that. And again, we'll see the clouds and rain continue through the Walla Walla area. So that's what we're tracking tonight. And also those strong breezy and gusty winds. We've been taking a peek at those throughout the day. In fact, it's still pretty breezy right now. Winds blowing at 21 miles an hour at Hanford, 24 in Prosser. Look at Ellensburg, 38 miles per hour. It's 85 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities and looking pretty good. So again, look for that super blue moon tonight, scattered showers on Thursday. Labor Day weekend, we get a warm up. All of that coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. AAA reports that Washington gas prices are averaging over $5 per gallon as we head towards Labor Day weekend. Now in the Tri-Cities and Yakima, we are seeing numbers just a bit lower, but that's still more than $1 above the national average and the second highest in the nation after California. Prices could also go up depending on the damage from now tropical storm Idalia. The problem is that a lot of oil refineries are in the southeast. They could be impacted by flooding and power outages. The storm could also limit oil production in the Gulf of Mexico. Idalia is now making its way towards the Atlantic after making landfall in Florida this morning. ABC's Ike Ajachi is tracking the aftermath.
Idalia making landfall along Florida's Big Bend as a Category 3 hurricane. The storm bringing life-threatening storm surge and other catastrophic impacts along the state's western coast. The National Hurricane Center says the storm briefly strengthened to a Category 4 before weakening as it made landfall around 7:45 Wednesday morning near Keaton Beach. Idalia bringing with it powerful winds clocking in at 125 miles per hour. In Perry, Florida, those strong winds snapping trees in half. In this video, you can see collapsed fences and downed trees blocking roads. In Tampa, Idalia's storm surge causing all kinds of debris to wash up along the shoreline. And in Clearwater, the streets underwater. Officials there telling residents who ignored the mandatory evacuation orders to limit their water use due to severe flooding straining the city's stormwater system. Governor Ron DeSantis confirming the storm knocked out power to hundreds of thousands.
Utility workers are actively working to restore power in all affected areas.
The storm battering the barrier island of Cedar Key. A resident who rode out the storm there estimating 50% of structures are underwater.
It looks like our entire downtown commercial district is underwater.
Officials say residents there could see up to 13 feet of storm surge, warning that the danger isn't over.
From fallen trees, from down power lines, standing water, you don't know what could be in those waters.
This as Idalia sets its sights on Georgia and South Carolina, facing their own threats of flash flooding and high winds.
The impacts of this storm are being felt throughout the southeast. Federal teams on the ground are going to continue to work with the first responders in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina to get people to safety.
Tampa's International Airport is now open for arrivals only, and officials say full operations should begin by 3 a.m. Thursday morning. Ika Jachi, ABC News, Tampa.
Now in the Pacific, crews in Hawaii say they've nearly finished searching for victims on Maui 3 weeks after the deadly wildfires there. There are still more than 100 missing persons reports on file with Maui police right now. Crews are now turning their attention to potentially dangerous debris, like the lithium-ion batteries used to store solar power. There's also concern about paint, pesticides, and asbestos in the ash. The EPA says they're planning to spray a non-toxic, biodegradable adhesive on the ash to stop it from ending up in the ocean. Well, tomorrow is Overdose Awareness Day, and the company that makes Narcan, an opioid overdose reversal drug, says that will be available over the counter starting next month. This year, the FDA approved making the medication available without a prescription nationwide. Emergent Biosolutions, which makes Narcan, says they've already started shipping it to pharmacies, drugstores, and grocery stores. They're recommending that each 2-dose box of Narcan be sold for about $45. And while the medication can stop an overdose, first responders say you should always call 911 when you use it because sometimes it can take multiple doses to save someone's life. And the thing about synthetic opioid drugs like fentanyl and new and even more powerful versions circulating in the United States right now is it doesn't take much to cause an overdose. Body camera video from Milwaukee shows what happened when a deputy responding to a crash accidentally came in contact with suspected fentanyl. Now, the deputy is okay, but he says he felt the effect of the drug almost instantly.
I was there, I heard everything, I saw everything. I just couldn't move.
How terrifying is that?
It was terrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Now, his partner quickly administered Narcan, which of course can reverse an opioid overdose, and it doesn't hurt you if you haven't overdosed. So this was a safe thing to do. Williams says it took 2 days after that exposure for him to feel normal again. Well, it's not legalization, but the Biden administration is looking at potentially changing the rules about marijuana at the national level. The Department of Health and Human Services, or HHS, is asking the DEA to consider reclassifying marijuana. Right now, it's a Schedule I drug, which means as far as the DEA is concerned, it has no currently accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. Now, for reference, heroin, LSD, and ecstasy are all examples of other Schedule I drugs, while things like cocaine, meth, and fentanyl are Schedule II drugs. They have medical uses, but also a high potential for abuse. Now, HHS is recommending that marijuana be bumped all the way down to Schedule III, which would put it in the same group as things like ketamine and anabolic steroids. The DEA will now have to consider that recommendation and decide whether to change marijuana's classification. Well, pilots for American Airlines agreed to a new contract earlier this month. Now American Airlines flight attendants have voted to authorize a strike. You might see flight attendants picketing, but they won't be on strike. The people you see marching with signs will be off duty. And for a strike to happen, airline unions would have to convince a federal mediator that negotiations aren't working. Then Congress or the president or both can also get involved to block a strike if it would impact airlines. Now here in our area, let's take a look outside. We're seeing some cloudy weather moving in and all of that breeze, but it's bringing in cooler temperatures as well. Stacey Lee is tracking all of that for us coming up in your First Alert forecast. And still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 5, it is fair and rodeo season. Tonight, we are getting a glimpse of two big events happening in our area, headed towards the holiday weekend. We'll be right back.
Next Extra, hot off vacationing with ex-Irina Shayk, Bradley Cooper is making sweet music in Italy. He premieres his new Oscar-worthy masterpiece in Venice. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Okay, who here has reached peak fall?
Peak what?
Peak fall!
I am wearing plaid.
And I'm wearing a cardigan.
I guess I am eating snickerdoodle cookie dough.
And I am eating a pumpkin pie blizzard.
The new DQ Fall Blizzard menu has reached peak fall. Pumpkin pie, snickerdoodle cookie dough, and more. They are back!
I just love fall.
Apparently we all do.
Oh, they did it! Peak fall achieved! DQ, happy tastes good.
The Labor Day savings are kicking off early this week at Walker's Furniture.
And that means some of the biggest discounts of the year as Walker's marks down all bedroom and living room furniture, as well as big savings on Serta and Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus, they brought in special 5 years no interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase, so you can get that furniture you want now and pay for it later.
This is one sale our regular customers wait all year for.
On now this week at Walker's.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book, arriving in members' mailboxes this week. There's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for Labor Day. At Bi-Mart, our members save more every day.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Monday, major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tub starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Queensgate Gardens thanks you all for the wonderful support that you've shown us throughout this incredible spring season. We are truly honored to have such amazing customers like you. Come on down for any last-minute summer planting and check out our amazing selection at our fruit stand.
Saturday, the final year of the Huskies in the Pac-12 kicks off on ABC and Apple Valley News Now as Boise State takes on Washington live from Seattle. The Broncos battle the Huskies, Saturday starting at 12:30, only on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days starts today. The Beach Boys will be performing there this evening. An appropriate way to wrap up the summer. Now, even if you're not headed to the concert tonight, there is lots to do between now and Sunday. The Fair and Frontier Days opens up at 11 every morning, continues until 11 at night, tonight and tomorrow, then until midnight, Friday through Sunday. If you're headed out there, admission is $12 at the gate for everyone over 13. For kids and seniors, admission is $7 each. We're going to take a closer look at some of the highlights you can expect to see this year coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now at 6. Now, the annual Ellensburg Rodeo is ranked as one of the top 10 rodeos in the United States. That means they're bringing in big-name competitors from all across the country. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell reports this is also an event steeped in history, celebrating its 100th anniversary.
This rodeo started as just a small competition between ranchers and farmers back in 1923. And over the years, it has grown to include tens of thousands of people. And this year, over $700,000 in prize money. The rodeo kicked off today with the West Star Best of the Best roping competition. Throughout the weekend, people will also be able to see bareback riding, steer wrestling, saddle bronc riding, women's barrel racing, bull riding, and more. And new this year, a shuttle service going between every hotel and motel in Ellensburg and the rodeo every half an hour. Plus, concerts planned throughout the weekend.
We're probably most known for our Extreme Bowls on Saturday night. It's a sold-out crowd, nearly 10,000 people in the dark of the night with all the energy and the electricity and the fireworks and the bull riding. So, every year's got its special moments, and those are the things that just kind of stand out to me.
Organizers tell me that tickets are almost sold out, but they do include admission to the Kittitas County Fair, which is also going on this weekend. Reporting in Ellensburg, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's start out tonight with a beautiful view at our Dust Devil Giza Stadium Sky Camp tonight. Again, we haven't seen clear skies with good air quality in quite some time. 85 degrees, our humidity at 30%, and our wind sustained at 13 miles per hour. Look for sunset tonight at 7:39. And we are tracking some showers over the next couple of days. This is our rainfall potential. This is what's happening. Low pressure system starts to move south from Canada. And again, you see a big band of showers all the way from the Oregon coast moving into Ellensburg and eventually moving through the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla area. We've got a nice straight shot of that tomorrow afternoon. They'll continue through the day as that low pressure system moves down from the north, bringing that moisture up from the south, but it's actually coming down from Canada with that low pressure system. The big story tonight, of course, is the blue supermoon. So what is a blue supermoon? Well, it's when the moon appears larger than average, and a blue moon means 2 full moons in 1 month. And again, we'll see that moon come out around 8 o'clock tonight and through midnight. Pretty good viewing, although you'll start to see the cloud cover go through the Yakima Valley. So Tri-Cities between 8 and midnight, you've got a pretty good view of the blue moon. But look for those clouds, look for those showers developing through the Yakima and Ellensburg area. By tomorrow morning, widespread rain showers, Hermiston, Heppner, Pendleton, Walla Walla, Tri-Cities. And again, we'll continue to see those showers move to the east through Walla Walla and rain there most of the day with a few stray showers wrapping around and making their way to the Columbia Basin and Tri-Cities. We also have another band of showers developing on Friday morning early. Then we should start to see some clearing eventually. Going to be pretty unstable. As far as supermoons go, get outside, grab a photo just like Susan did. Again, this is you can send your weather photos to me, Lee at applevalleynewsnow.com. Again, include your name, some information. They were out on the river at night in their boat and grabbed that moonshot there by the American flag. Pretty cool. Next 24 hours, again, we're going to see some chilly temperatures. I had to grab my coat this morning. It'll be pretty cool right there between 3 and 6 a.m. as everyone starts getting out the door, warming up into the 60s by 9. And again, as you can see, an overall cool day in Yakima. Again, chilly temperatures tonight, and as you head out the door tomorrow morning, might want to grab a coat. Temperatures warming up into the 60s, well below average for this time of year in our area. Now, those gusty winds have been really blowing, just starting to come down a little bit. Ellensburg was seeing gusts up to 45 miles an hour earlier today. Our futurecast winds, again, we'll see a calming overnight tonight. A little bit breezy moving through the day later on tomorrow about midday, 2 o'clock as those storms move through the region. And then as we get into Friday, much calmer winds for most of our area. So that's looking pretty good. Our temperatures overnight tonight, again, cool and breezy in the 50s. Good sleeping temperatures outside, plus finally some clean air to open those windows up to. And tomorrow's daytime highs, again, well below the average in the 70s through the Columbia Basin, 60s, and it's still August. Here's that short-term forecast. Again, look for those showers early in the day for Yakima. Again, a slight chance on Friday. Looking good, warming up into that Labor Day weekend. Tri-Cities, again, we'll see those showers on Thursday, tapering off by midday or so. Slight chance on Friday, warming back up into our Labor Day weekend. And in Walla Walla, again, slight chance of showers. But again, get out and catch that supermoon. Good time to do it. It'll be between 8 and midnight tonight. I'll get to your 7-day planning forecast here in just a few minutes. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And we have a consumer alert for you tonight. Ford is recalling almost 42,000 brand new Super Duty F-250 and F-350 trucks because one of the axle shafts could break. The NHTSA says certain 2023 models may have been inappropriately heat treated during the manufacturing process. So Ford is working on getting notification letters out to owners. But in the meantime, if you're nervous about it, you can check your own vehicle by searching the NHTSA database with your vehicle identification number. Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, an adorable visitor on Good Morning Northwest, and she could be a future member of your family. We're going to introduce you to Pumpkin next.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's not every day that you can experience award-winning limited production wines selected by industry notables, plus receive advanced news regarding upcoming releases and events. Delight in the convenience of having wines delivered to your door as a member of the Coyote Canyon Wine Club.
Get our very best savings during the Labor Day sale at More Furniture. Everyone knows More is synonymous with incredible style at the best value. But our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity for everyone to save big. Our latest fall collections have arrived and they're all on sale. Our best sellers are in stock and they're all on sale. It's the best time of year to save big and get your home ready for fall entertaining. Visit your local More Furniture where everyone buys furniture for less.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa. Friday through Monday, major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Follow the allure of mystical money at Legends Casino Hotel, where we're giving away $30,000 every Thursday in September. Magically earn entries by using your Legends Rewards card when playing your favorite slot machines, and you could be destined to win $3,000, $8,000, or $10,000 every Thursday in September. It doesn't take winged sandals to get here. Just get here for $120,000 in mystical money, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $700 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $6,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Welcome back. This summer, Apple Valley News Now started Operation Best Friend, working to connect animals from local shelters with their forever families. You can catch the segment every Wednesday on Good Morning Northwest, but this week's best friend was just too cute to keep to ourselves. Pumpkin is a 3-year-old pit bull mix. Everybody on Good Morning Northwest said they were big fans. She was just loving the spotlight this morning. And Darcy Sherman from the Tri-Cities Animal Shelter told us the spotlight really needs to be all on her.
Today I have Pumpkin with me. She's been at the shelter since June 29th, which is a pretty long time, and she's just over 3 years old, weighing about 57 pounds. Pumpkin is a very active dog. She loves kids, she loves playing, she loves the water, loves toys, of course, and prefers to be an only pet. She does not get along well with other dogs or cats, but I just like to think that it's because she wants all the attention to herself.
Well, Pumpkin is currently up for adoption with a $50 fee. She is completely up to date on vaccines, she's spayed, and if you adopt a pet that's featured on Operation Best Friend, you'll get a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium. And speaking of, I told you Operation Best Friend is something we started earlier this summer. Well, 2 of the best friends who came to visit Good Morning Northwest have already been adopted. Families who adopted Chad and Indiana Jones told shelter officials they saw the dogs on the news and they just couldn't resist taking them home. We'll have a final look at your weather when we come back, and still ahead tonight as Idalia has now weakened to a tropical storm. World News Tonight has continuing coverage of the devastation left behind in Florida. That's coming up tonight at 5:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles with the Honda Service Pass program. Enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Tonight, the fast-moving hurricane making landfall in Florida. Dangerous winds and a life-threatening storm surge. Tracking the storm's next move. More Americans turn to the most-watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it with Mavyret.
Cure it with Mavyret. Mavyret cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavyret stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavyret with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Mavyret.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavyret.
Ask your doctor about Mavyret. AbbVie could help you save.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Come save like a member and see why over 1 million membership families save more at Bi-Mart. Arriving in your mailbox this week, you'll find 16 pages of everything you need, from back-to-school supplies, Labor Day weekend needs, sporting goods, pantry essentials, and more. Bi-Mart's one-time $5 membership unlocks a lifetime of savings. Save now with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance. Only at Blue Compass RV.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Look to the skies tonight for a glimpse of what will technically be one of the biggest moons of the year because it's closer to the Earth than usual. So August has been quite the month. We started with a full moon. We saw the Perseid meteor shower. Now we are ending the month with a supermoon for the second full moon of the month, which is commonly called a blue moon. The New York Times says a blue supermoon only happens about once a decade, and we won't see another one until 2037. But Stacey, this is what's been making me nervous. Are we going to get to see this one?
So there are some clouds in the sky tonight if you look out there, but it's showing that it should be clear. You got a window, 8 to 10 or maybe midnight.
Fingers
and then
crossed.
After that, forget about it. So get out there and look early. Let's take a final look at our weather tonight. Again, this is your 7-day planning forecast. Rain in the forecast, so expect those increasing clouds tonight. A nice little warm up for your Labor Day. Look at that daytime high tomorrow in Yakima, 68.
That's
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
It's still August, peeps. Anyway, all right, let's take a look at Tri-Cities planning forecast. Again, those showers moving in. Again, you have that tiny window tonight to go check out the super moon, so definitely do so. But let's break down those temperatures for you as well. Again, we see chances of rain right on through the weekend, and the temperatures warm back up. Now, the weekend in the 80s, that's about normal, but those low temperatures in the 70s, very abnormal for this time of year. And again, look at those overnight lows into next week, dropping into the 40s. I thought it was chilly this morning. I had a coat on when I was out early today. And again, here we go in Walla Walla. Look for those showers there, a little warm up for the weekend. Labor Day could see a little bit of rain as well. If you're heading towards the west side, well, you might see some rain as well. Come back in the 6 o'clock newscast, and I'll give you a travel update for the weekend.
That's going to be important. A lot of people hitting the road.
That's right.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6, and you can find the latest anytime on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com.